Hello, I'm Mathieu from Ludovox.fr and I'm going to give you an overview of Stumblewood. So this is the French box of Stumblewood and it is a party game, a memory game and a speed game for 2 to 6 players ages 10 and up, and it lasts for around 20 minutes. So in this game you're going to be a bunch of teenagers who went camping and you hear noises in the forest. But you know, it's night, you're all going to flee and you're going to save your hide, your own hide. It's not a cooperative game. So you want to flee in your own corner of the forest and you have a path to follow. And if you manage to get to the end of the path, you win the game. If you play with 4 or 6 people, you're going to play as teams. So it's a bit different, but it works kind of the same way as the full competitive thing, which I'm going to tell you. So you are represented by a hourglass, and this hourglass is your pawn, and it's very important to note that you're only going to play for that hourglass, so you have a very limited amount of time to tread your own path, and you're going to walk with those commands here. So you have 2 tiles and these foam accessories to play with. You're always going to have a guide, and the guide has the card for you, for your own path, and you're going to have the card for the player before you. So everyone has a different card. So if I'm going to play, I flip the hourglass, and then I'm going to tell in which direction I go with the arrow, and then validate with go. And then once I hit go, the player who guides me tells me, okay, you can go on, which allows me to move. But if I move out of the path, if I stumble out of the path, for example, like so, that player would tell me, okay, you've lost yourself, please go back. So I would go back to square one. So obviously the game has a very short timer, so if the timer runs out, my turn is over. I'm just going to give all of the commands to the next player who's going to be guided by the player after them with a new card, with their card. So I have to wait until it is my turn to go again. And when I go again, I may know a few things about the path. But on the path, there will be obstacles. And these obstacles, for example, I might encounter a hole. The first time I get into it, I have to fall in the hole. So people are going to tell me, okay, well, you know, there was a hole, go back to square one. So once I know there is a hole, I'm going to say, okay, I know there is a hole. So I'm going to hit go and I'm going to jump on my chair. This allows me to go over the hole to safely traverse the obstacle. So I'm going to have a wolf and I can feed him with a bone. So I just need to take the bone and play that. I'm going to be able to cut through webs, spider webs. I'm going to be able to mend wounds by hitting this. I'm going to be able to go into a river by pitching my nose. So I have a few actions here and there, and the problem is I might forget because everyone will have the same kind of card and I have to wait a full turn, and just before playing I will have to guide people. And this is very misleading, and I'm obviously going to fail and forget a few things, but if I forget a few things, I have to start again. So the beginning of the game is going to be very quick once I memorized it. And then at the end, I'm not going to be so sure. So that's how the game goes. Once a player reaches the end of his or her own path, that player wins the game. But if other people in the same turn win the game also, we are going to have a duel and they are going to swap cards and try to go as fast as possible. So that's it for Stumblewood. This is a game in which memory and frenzy mix together, and obviously it doesn't go well in most cases. Well, bye bye and see you on Ludovox.fr.